want to show you how to program three-dimensional models in a very easy way with AI. It is perhaps the simplest way to do it and the fastest. I'm going to be placing the links under my video description, and I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, but I'll be doing it very fast because YouTube retention. Okay. So first thing we'll do is you're going to clone the repo with git clone, like git clone Moxi, or what you see there, right? And we're going to work on the desktop here. Okay. So I'm going to copy one of the scripts that come with the GitHub repo, the island script, and we're going to copy it in the desktop. Okay. Now we are going to open the desktop. Open it. You can either click on it if you'd like, and you'll see that it's a Markdown file. You can also look at it. I guess we can look at it in a nicer way with the Visual Studio Code viewer, right? And it reads nicely because it's Markdown. Everything else, all of this stuff is just like comments for Moxi code. What is not comments are these data structures: atom, material, which builds on top of atom, entities, which build above material. And you can see that everything is actually like you have like higher levels of abstraction on already abstracted code. That's very helpful to AI, to language models. And so it was built. This program was developed with the motivation to make it very AI native, and I think it does quite a good job on that. Okay, so let's run it now, because it wouldn't be a programming language if it didn't have its compiler. So what you need to do is just on the desktop, right? We're gonna type Moxi, view, and the file name. That's it. And now it compiles it, and it gives us the result. And now we have like the island. You can see it. Trees at different height. We have some sand, some ground. We can zoom in, zoom out, take a snapshot, put it on our website if you'd like here. This also compiles to OBJ if you're interested. If you want like a model that you can edit yourself, it also does the compilation to OBJ. We are still on the process of making it to GLTF. But like I said, the repo is still on its early stages. It's quite rudimentary, but I think that it has a lot of potential to go very far, especially because of that AI native factor that we're basically making it a built-in feature of the programming language. And let's show you right away how we can actually code with AI. So if you go to the GitHub repo, you'll notice that there is a SKILL.md file there. What you can do is you can, of course, clone my full repo if you like. And you can also click on this and copy paste the full skill. Okay, you copy, you paste it on a fresh instance of AI, and you can ask the AI to make you anything with that language. So make me a cube. It reads the skill, and the skill file that you saw was this one. As you can see, there's no really like the bones of the programming language itself is just a compilation. It's just like the semantics, the AST, how it works, right? And that's all that an AI really need to start building or coding something. This is why when you ask AI to program you something, to make something, it usually chooses Python by default, because Python is very abstracted. Abstracted from what? From machine language. It's very abstracted from binary and closer to English. Right? So what we'll do is we're going to create now a file, a Markdown file for a cube.md. Copy paste it. You can see this is still Markdown code. You can even write your name here, right? And year if you like. And that's not going to be run. That's not going to be compiled. If it has the hashtag or like greater than, or any other descriptor for making nicer Markdown, it's not going to be read. What's read is atom, material, entity, and the output commands. Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to put it side by side here. Oh, fuck. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to compile it. So we're going to view it right away. Moxi view cube.md. Okay. And yeah, we have a gray cube with that. And we can change the color if we like. As you can see, the code is very intuitive. We change it to green. Right. Whoops. Change it to green, save. It's currently at 10 by 10 by 10. That means that there's, it's just the dimensions for how many voxels it's using. Literally, we will make the same cube with 6 by 6 by 6. It's just a cube. Okay, I'm make it green. But yeah, we can go beyond cube, right? That's just the simplest form. Make me a birthday cake with 4 candles on a 2 by 2 grid in the XY plane. All right. So, and of course, like I said, it's using that relation here for position, to figure out the position of the candles in the cake. And that's all English, right? You can see that that's all like English: above, right of, in front of, right of. But that's part of the language itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the second iteration of the birthday cake here. Oh, actually the first iteration, sorry. Cake.md. I'm going to put it. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to view it with Moxi. Cake. Yeah. And it looks like a very fat cake and not 4 cakes. Sorry, looks like a very fat candle and not like 4 candles, right? As you can see. That's because, like I said, a program, it is still on its rudimentary stages. There's still a lot to add. The semantics are perfect, but we need to build stuff below it so that it can maybe stuff like spacers and things like that. That is still up for development. We have the right team, people that want to collaborate. This is open source after all. The program can go far, But otherwise, we have to basically do the refinement and the corrections on the AI. So what we do is, for instance, I'm going to tell it the 4th birthday candles actually look like a very fat candle. What I need is a type of a spacing mechanism. Maybe we can create cylindrical bases, small cylindrical bases below each candle to make the spacing more evident, or something like that, or any other invisible spacing schema that you can think about. Can you do that? And also make the cake 2 floors instead of 1. Let's make it fun. So as you can see, we make the correction. And the correction is not programmatic. It's semantic correction, right? We're just trying to adjust it to the current constraints of the programming language as it stands. So it gives us this now. So it's created bases for the candles here. And that will create a type of artificial constraint or spacing here, I believe. So we're going to close Tropical Island. We're going to open Cake and paste version 2.0. Okay. And you're going to put version 2 of the cake, birthday cake. And now what we can do is we'll just open it again, or compile it and view it with Moxi view cake. So it's the same file. And it takes some time, but like I said, it is not perfect. But you can see that now it looks a little bit more like 4 actual separated candles. And the cake is now 2 floors as well, because that's what we prompted it with. So I guess this would be a good time to stop. The resources are all here. In terms of installation, I wanted to emphasize that if you want to use the viewer, what we have been using, you should install it by typing cargo install Moxi. So copy paste with the flag features viewer. So just copy paste this line in your terminal and install it like that. That's highly recommended if you want to use the viewer. Otherwise, I'd like to thank you for watching the video. Up until this point, Moxi, you can find it on GitHub under the Moxi Lang organization. It is an organization that I built that has it's kind of like a conglomerate of different scripts or different packages. Also, voxel map is there. The mission here for Moxi Lang is to make a 3-dimensional model more accessible to more people. But without further ado, I'd like to close and finish. Like the video if you've liked it. Subscribe to my channel. You know, all the typical stuff the YouTubers ask for at the end of the video. All right, goodbye. Thanks.